Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Oh man, I know I haven't been on here so long. Been a while. I'm ready to change my YouTube name. Not sure what I want to change it to. Hopefully I figure it out by the end of the week or at least tomorrow by Monday. I have a few names that I want to change it to, but not sure which one yet. But I know you guys remember me, the guy that lost his IT job on the 27th of January. I finally found something. It took a long time. I finally found something the 20th of May, which is a remote job that one of my friends was working in, and he kind of, talked to his manager, and the manager gave me a chance, and then boom, gave me the job. I'm not making this more as what I was making before, because I was at my job for almost 20 years. So I got to start all over again. That's fine. It's all fine. But during the midst of all this, my wife still working, and, we went through our savings, kind of went through it a lot because, we have bills and kids activity, which is a lot of activities we pay for, all our bills, a mortgage, car, repair, that happens. That's normal as a human. I mean, as an adult. But anyway, like I said, in the midst of everything, my oldest son was diagnosed with cancer, and this came out of nowhere. And I'm talking about, it shocked us. This happened in March. The whole month of March was hectic for us, for me and my wife. And I'm talking about, we was going through so much, man, so much. By the grace of God and family, they was here for us, praying, being here, coming here. They slept here, watching over us, because it was really tough. I have 4 kids. I have an 18-year-old, 17 at the time, 9 and 7. And the youngest one is my daughter. She's 7 years old, and she swears she did. She owned the house, which she kind of do. But anyway, yes, my son was diagnosed with cancer, which is sarcoma cancer, which is a rare cancer that usually happens between of kids that's like 10 through 25. This came out of nowhere. We didn't know where it came from. We don't know how it happened. And it happened fast, very fast. My son is very active. He's in track. He lifts weights. He's in music. It's just crazy. And it happens in kids that's very active too, especially boys. Most happen in boys. So how we figure how this happened, which we didn't know until, it was just the day that my daughter, the 17-year-old, made curry chicken. She made it for everybody. I had some, my son had some, he had like 2 plates. And then after that, like 2 days later, he was complaining about stomach pain. And we was like, you okay? He said, yes, I've just got my stomach been hurting. So, we let the time go by. It's been like about 3-4 days. And he came back again and said his stomach was hurting. And this is a place that we go to this track meet thing that happens every Sunday, but it's off right now. Happen every Sunday. And, we all go. And that day he went, but my wife was like, I don't know. He's not feeling good. He don't look like he's in his right mind right now. Just don't look like him normally. So I saw him running. So I went to him and I said, hey, do you want to go sit down? Because he's like, you're not really. He's like, no, Dad, I'm going to continue. I want to finish it. So I said, okay. So I go to my other daughter, the youngest one. She was doing her little track thing. So I was by her. But then I'm looking at him. He still was, wasn't feeling good. But then I kind of turned around, looked at my daughter, was watching her, playing with her. And then I look back, I see him, he's sitting down by my wife. So, I was done with everything. So I came back to him. I said, you okay? I see you came back. He said, yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. I said, okay. Now that was on a Sunday. Now come Monday, he came into the room, was, telling us that, no, I'm sorry, not Monday, it was Tuesday. Monday, he went to school. Then Tuesday in the morning, he came to us and said, hey, I'm not feeling good. Can I stay home? I like, sure, no problem. Then my wife woke up. She went to Walmart grocery shopping. And then he came to me again. I said, hey, you good? When he came to me, he said, no, I'm not feeling good. I feel like, it's getting worse. I said, okay, I'm going to take you to the ER. And then from there, I called my wife and tell her, hey, I'm taking him to the ER. And she like, no, just wait for me. I'm going to go with you. You know how women are. Most of the time when it's something with the kids, they're willing to drop everything and just to come. So she got everything, came home, put everything on the counter, and we headed to the ER. We were just sitting there chilling, waiting for them to call us and waited. It took like about 30 minutes, but he wasn't so much in pain at the time. So like 30, 40 minutes, they finally called us. So we was in the emergency room. They had us in the hallway because it was packed. And some of these hospitals here, it's always like that. It's always busy. So we was in the hallway. He was on the bed. We sitting down, just talking to him, watching him and everything. We're like, how's the pain? What's the level of the pain from 1 to 10? And he kept telling us, it's about like a 5 or 6. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. Like, okay. So now the doctor finally came in. Listen, before anything, guys, these term names of doctors, I'm so sorry. I can't remember them. I just forget them. So I'm just going to be like kidney this, kidney. So you guys can just tell. My wife is a nurse and she's a nurse and she's always telling me these names and I'll be forgetting. I'm sorry. But anyway, so the doctor came in and was like, okay, we're going to do an MRI on his stomach, on his pelvic, his stomach area, his abdomen. We're like, okay. So I had to leave to go pick up the young ones. Now, when I'm done picking them up, I was heading home to drop them off. They could be with their sister because I didn't want them to be in that environment. No, actually, I did take them. We did go to the hospital. I'm sorry. We went to the hospital. But while I'm driving to the hospital, my wife called me. She called me and was saying, hey, because the doctor thought it was appendix, right? It was his appendix. And then we was like, okay, if it's appendix, that's good. No, things happen like that. Younger folks, hopefully they get the chance to. It was appendix and something else. I can't remember what it was, but they say they can probably remove it and he'll be fine. And okay, we like, okay. So that's when I tell you, when I went to go get the kids, we came over there, went back to the hospital. They wanted to go see him and they go back into the car. They waited. We waited to see what the doctor was saying. But then now me driving home after the kids, when they went to go see him, we drove home. I got home, dropped them off. Now I'm driving back to the hospital. And that's when my wife called me and said, hey, the doctor need to talk to you. He need to talk to us, all of us together, and I'm like, what's going on? Why I have to be there? I just want to know what's going on. And she's like, no, he need to talk to us. So I get there, I done park, did valet. Sorry about that. I did valet. I don't, because I read this park and get down there, did valet. And it was free. So got into the room. They finally gave him a room. So we got in the room and he closed the door. My wife was like, that's strange. He closed the door. And, I don't know these things. They close the door. That means something they got to tell us. And that's when he was like, you know what? It's not his appendix. We found a mass about this big in his stomach. And automatic, when he said that, I almost fainted. My wife was like, oh my God. I mean, yes, I know men, we got to be strong in this, but this time that I couldn't hold, I was shocked. I was like, what? Almost fainted. But I woke back up quick. And he was explaining to us saying, we're not sure what this is, but it is a mask. Maybe it could be, what's it called, benign or this and that. This is the emergency room doctor. So he said, okay, we're going to be here. We're going to send you guys up to a room, but not yet. We are going to send you to a room and so we can talk more about it. So my wife was like, can I get the picture? So now they got the picture of the x-ray. And what we saw of the MRI, what we saw was a mass about this big, right? In his stomach. Looked like a small watermelon. And then he has his kidneys, which is behind the mass, and the mass was pushing on the kidneys. So they had to that's the reason why when he was using the bathroom, it was hurting. And he was barely peeing too sometime too, because he was going to the bathroom at night like at least 3 or 4 times. And that's not, usual that he do something like that. So they was like, okay, we're going to get you guys a room. So they finally gave us a room. And then we got the picture in our hand. We're looking at this mask like, what is this thing? This thing is crazy. Now, the next day they came in and was talking to us. They was like, we're not sure what it is, but it looked like a mask, but we're not 100% sure. So we're going to do some blood work. We're going to do all this. And we're like, okay, go ahead and do all this stuff, what you guys have to do. So they're working on it. They're working on it. Now, come that whole day, they just kept coming out and just talking to us, to see, what's the next plan, what we're gonna do. We just waiting for the results and everything. Now, this was the second day. This happened on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, this is what I'm saying. They came in and was, talking to us and everything. Now, Thursday was the part that really got us. So the doctor finally came in, which is the kidney doctor came in. And he said, yes, this thing is pushing so hard on his kidneys. We need to put these tubes on his back So where they can release the pressure of any urine and everything, those will be on, they will go through the tube, and he'll, use this bag that the tube, the urine will fall into, and we just got to just drain it out. And so it just sounds crazy because I never heard none of this before in my life. This is the very first time this happens. We're like, okay, that's fine. He sounds scared, to hear that it could be cancer. So we are cheering him up and talking to him, if it is, hopefully we got the best doctors in the world that can help you and things like that. So you kind of cheer up a little bit. It's like I said, this is Thursday. That's what the doctor told us, right? Now, the doctors that come in, that deal with cancer and everything, one came into the room. The other doctor he came into the room because I think they had three of them. This happened in Broward. We live in Broward, Florida. We live in Broward, which is in Florida, right? Broward County. So the doctor came in and was, explaining to us, yes, we're not sure what it is, but it seemed like it is cancer. We just want to be honest with you. It does look like cancer, and it seemed like we want to be 80% with you right now that it is cancer. It could be benign, but it is. We're like, oh my God. That word just sounds crazy because we've seen people that go through so much of this, that pass away, that done did this. And, my wife, like I said, she's a nurse. She's done seen this before. And she was telling me, hey, you need to, you got to relax. I work in the hospital. I've seen this before. Sometimes they cure it and do all this other stuff to it. I'm like, okay. Now, still Thursday, they finally was saying, okay, there's two issues, right? Number one issue is if it is cancer, we have the team that can help you with this. But if it's something else that we don't know what it is, we have to transfer you to Miami. So that's like 45-minute drive to right? This was Thursday. Now come Friday, the other cancer doctor came in, and he came in and was talking to us. Now my son is there listening. I'm listening. My wife is there listening. What he was saying was just crazy, and I almost lost my mind. I didn't show it, but I almost lost my mind. I was just, this is crazy. And I'm trying to, I'm holding his hand, patting it, tell him, hey, everything's going to be fine. He's talking to us, he's talking for like about 10 minutes. And he said it could be sarcoma because like you guys said, we told him that last year, my son had like he had what it was. He had an MRI on his thigh. So they kind of did an MRI from his stomach and down. We're trying to figure out what was going on. I'm not sure what it was, but he did an MRI last year and nothing came up, nothing was shown, nothing. You didn't see anything. And they kept asking us this. They said, wait a minute. If he did an MRI last year, you guys didn't see anything in his stomach? Like, no, they didn't. No image show. They didn't show anything. He was fine and everything. Nothing. It was just he had his hamstring or something like that was acting up. So he had to go through therapy and everything to get that fixed. So y'all know all this stuff, man. Right now, my mom, I got a headache too. So anyway, just deal with me, guys. Now he this is Thursday. That Friday, the doctor come in was talking to us. So we thinking like this is sound kind of weird. Like seem like this is very serious. So he done talking. He left. So my wife ran after him outside. Right, she waited a little bit and then ran after him out there and closed the door. And I'm in there talking to him. I told him, then I'll be back because I want to know too. I'm the dad. I need to find out what's going on too. So we go out there. My wife was telling him, listen, please don't sugarcoat nothing. Be honest with me. I have kids and I know you have kids. And he was like, you know what? You're right. I have 2 kids. I got to be honest with you. What it looks like to me, it look like sarcoma. And it's nothing that we could do here. We don't have the team to deal with that. So we have to send you guys to Miami, right? Miami, and they have the team to deal with it, right? So come Saturday, he's still at the hospital. Come Saturday, I'm ball crying now. I never heard of it till my wife was like, she said she's hope is not that. So even though the doctor said it is, or he think it is, he said he think they're not 100% because they got to do a biopsy. And the only place that could do the biopsy, they was going to do it there, but they didn't want to touch it at all. So they called 2 different hospitals, right? I know they called Broward Health, and Broward Health said, nope, and nothing we could do. send him down to UM. Now, trying to get to UM is the crazy part. Now, come Saturday, my daughter had a softball game, and she couldn't miss this game because it's one of the championship and one of the playoff games. She couldn't really miss it. My wife was still at the hospital. So after the game, it was so crazy. A UM doctor called my wife because my wife emailed this doctor and found his information online, and she emailed him, because she could see he didn't have his number. And it was so crazy. She did this on Friday. Saturday, he called my wife, was saying, hey, listen, don't tell nobody, but I need you to take your son to UM tonight, Saturday. You have to go down to UM. I don't want to hear nothing about any other doctor or none of that. Go down there, and I need you to tell them this when you get there. Do not tell them I sent you there, but I need you to tell them this when you get there. And that should kind of get you in. So then my wife was like, okay, I need you to tell my husband, I want you to call my husband and tell him the same information you told me, because I was still down. So he called me, my daughter, they won that game. So he called me and he's explaining to me what we have to do. The same thing to my wife. Kind of cheer me up a little bit, because I feel like that's one of the teams that helps a lot with different cancer down in UM. They one of the best. We have two, one here in Miami and the other one is in Tampa. We can't go to Tampa. That's even further. That's 2.5 hour drive, 3 hour drive. Sorry, 3. And then now, so that he said, you got to get down there tonight. So we get home. They discharge him from the hospital because there's nothing they can do for him, which was so crazy. And my wife was not happy that I was able to put these tools behind him, and they just left him and said, okay, there's nothing they can do. They're going to have to send him down to UM. We over here thinking they're going to drive him to UM or fly, whatever. But they didn't do anything. We had to take him. So he came home. He took a long nap, like a 2-hour nap, because he was so tired. She did a little shower, and we was done, right? So we drove down there to UM. We got there around maybe like about 9 p.m. We get down there, get to the emergency room. They talking to us. Now, one of I guess the people that what is it called? That do all the information, that put you in, that send you, that get all your information so they could send you in. He was kind of being a little rude, because he was asking who told you guys to come here, why you guys come here, because you guys live way up there in Broward, and why you guys came to UM. We don't know. We just came to UM because we feel like UM is one of the best hospitals. This is where, because we have Jackson Memorial too, which is one of the best too, but they're right next to each other. So we're like, hey, it's UM, UM is really good, so we choose to come here. He's like, okay, that's kind of strange. Okay, but he's like, whatever. Now, so we went, they did blood work, urine tests and everything, so they sent us back to the lobby. Now, when they went back in, or they called him again, they talked to him again. Now he got to find a room. And he was like, that was kind of weird you guys here. Now my wife was like, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. One of the doctors that work here told us to come here because my son may have cancer. We're not 100% sure. And this is a cancer hospital. Sorry for lying, not lying, but sorry for not telling in the beginning, but we were just scared. He said, oh my God, I didn't know. If I knew this before, you guys would already been in the room already. And he said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you guys a room. So he done call the transfer people to transfer him upstairs to the room. So they sent us into the room, which is a cancer, what is it called? A cancer, oh my God, like I said, my mind is not here right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about that. A cancer level, whatever it's called. Yeah. So yeah, the cancer level, which is all the cancer patients are in. And, they found a room, they put them in. And then, so now the people that work with sarcoma, because they did a biopsy down there. When they did it, they said, we'll get the results in like 2 or 3 days. And I didn't know it take that long. So they got the results a little early. I think they got it in 2 days. It's supposed to be 3, but they got it in 2 days because they rushed it. And the same doctor my wife had, the doctor that my wife had emailed, he came into the room at first and he talked to us, and he saw like, oh my God, thank you that you was able to come. He said, oh, don't worry about it. I'm just happy that you guys said that you made it. I have kids too. I would never want my kids to go through this. That would have been good. So he was so kind, man, so nice, man. Probably one of the coolest doctor we ever met. And so now everything is done, right? Now, the main doctors that work with sarcoma, it's a big team. It's like about 15 doctors. And they have, cured before, and so we kind of had, good faith in them. So after that, That's okay. We're gonna get the result. Now we got the results, right? When we finally got it, I was home, practicing with my wife for softball because they had a game on Wednesday. But this happened. They don't work, so the weekend didn't count. So we had to wait all the way to Tuesday, right? It was Monday. I'm sorry, Monday, because Tuesday. Tuesday. It came in. Now they came in. I was home. I'm on the phone listening. When that lady said it was 100% sarcoma, when I tell you, I flipped too, because I've been reading up a lot on it, and it just didn't look well at all to me, because I was shocked. But my son was fine because he never got a chance to Google it or anything like that, and I'm happy. Because my wife kind of like took his phone away from him sometime, and he gave it back to him just to talk to his friends. And when his friends found out, oh my goodness, they were shocked themselves. So anyway, she said that's what it is. She said, don't worry about it. We're going to be starting chemo as soon as possible. Then literally the next day, they started chemo on him. They started the chemo. Oh, it took so long. I didn't know it would take that long, man. It took forever. I'm talking about it took forever. So they did treatment. So how the treatment works now, they say he have 8 to 9 cycles. Right now, he has 2 more cycles left, which we're so happy we can't wait to get off. So it's pretty much 1 week on for 5 days, so Monday through Friday, and then Saturday he got to get this shot. This shot is what help him with his bone marrow. That's right, help him with his bone marrow. But the problem with that, it causes pain too. So they have to give him something else that will stop the pain at the same time. Because when he first got that stuff, it was so crazy. Oh my God, when I'm talking about it was crazy, guys. And then he got it. We got the game them pain, and he was fine, man. We was going through some things, man. I'm sorry about this. Crazy bird just be crying all the time. So he went through all that. We did it. He done it for like a week, and he was fine. He was off of it, but then he started losing his taste, and then we had to go back to the center. And it's lucky, what's crazy too, guys? Even he had this when he did the chemo there. He did it for the 5 days. He was done. Was able to go home. Thanks God. We have a center in Broward, which is, guess what? Is only 8 minutes away from the house. 8 minutes away. And I'm so happy. We've seen it before, but we're not thinking about no cancer, none of that stuff. But it was there, and we were so happy that they was able to get us in there. It's one in deep Broward, and the one that's in Miami, and the one in Plantation. When I'm talking about, I'm so happy, man. It's easy. It's just right there. Going, we there. So after they sign us on, we finally get there, right, for the first day, and he was doing his blood work. He was doing his treatment. The staff is amazing, 100% amazing, man. The best staff we ever met, man, anywhere. They were so cool. Now we're done with that, right? So we sitting there, relaxing. Now, he got to get, like I said, there's like 8 to 9 treatments, and after that, they're supposed to use radiation to shrink it or to take it out. They're not sure they're gonna take it out. They might leave it there. We're not sure 100%. I know it's getting dark. Sorry, guys, but I got to tell you guys the story. Now, after that, we had to because it seemed like it was a while ago. Like I said, all this happened in March, 1 month in March, and head on to April. So now he was getting his treatment, got that. So what it is, it's 1 week of chemo and then 2 weeks off. So he's on for chemo for 5 days straight, and then 2 weeks he's free. Now this is his graduation year, right? This is graduation year, which is so crazy. We were so afraid that maybe we're not sure if he's going to graduate or he's able to graduate and pass. Or we was afraid to see maybe he's not going to walk on stage or anything, right? So now now he do his chemo. When he's doing it, he's drained and everything. He be tired, but when he's off for the 2 weeks, he be fine. He get up, do his walking and things like that, which make us happy. Come down the stairs, which is so good. Every morning I haven't cooked this much like this, never have. But every morning I cook, make his breakfast, get his stuff ready, and my wife will make the lunch, get his stuff ready. But when he go to chemo, he just get breakfast, and then he eat lunch over there because they have food and stuff like that they give them, which is good. We save a lot on that. After now, we done with that. Get his breakfast in the morning, go down and get his thing. The good thing is about his friends. They said the second week of chemo, that's when he's gonna start losing his hair. When he found that out, he was so sad because he had like a little fro, ready to dread his hair, and it kind of made me sad. 2 weeks later, my wife did this little boy get together thing with his friends. No, not only boys, but the girls and stuff like that. All his friends from school. So 25 of his friends was invited, and they did the best thing I ever seen. I'm gonna post these videos and pictures too for you guys to see. Man, they were so cool, man. So his friends came in. There was, they did a thing where he's gonna cut his hair, and he cut his hair. One of his friends cut his hair, and I was like, wow, this is amazing, man. They came in to do that to help him. Right after he got up from the chair, one of his friends got up and went and said, I'm gonna cut my hair too. He cut his hair. That's one friend. After that one was done, another one came. I was growing his hair for so long, cut his hair. Then he had another friend came and cut his hair. So, cut their hair off. 10 of them cut their hair. It was so amazing to see that. After that, family members now. My wife cut her hair, which is great. She got a low top now. My wife did it. My youngest son did it. My daughter, she didn't cut all of it. She did not the youngest one. She just cut just the back side back here because she had hair too. So she don't want to lose all. Don't want to cut it all off. My little daughter wanted to do. I said, no, is you crazy? Your hair finna take forever to grow. You only 8. Stop it, chill. You don't have to do it. Then who else did it? He had another friend that came that's outside, like, hey man, I'm finna cut my hair too, man. So he cut his hair at a different barber shop. They came in, they cut their hair. It was so amazing, man. That stuff really made me feel so good to see that. My wife teared up. I cut my wife hair at the end. He did it, free started it, and then I cut it. I didn't get a chance to cut mine because I know I wanted to get it shaved because I was at work and everything, and tried to get it trimmed up and everything, whatever. So I didn't get a chance to do it, but I finally did get my hair cut. Man, when I told that stuff was crazy. When they did that, that made me so happy, man. I was so proud of them to see that. These are good friends, man. Good friends that was able to do this. Some had dreads. One came after a little before prom. She cut her hair. And the crazy thing, my son, he was going to go to prom, but my daughter ended up going. But he had this little boy night thing. I keep saying boy, sorry. His friends, a night thing would have this big old inflated balloon thing. It's for theater. It's a theater balloon thing where I played the movies and stuff. So we had a movie going on. They was watching, I can't remember what movie it was. They was all happy, enjoying. I was like, wow, this is so cool. That's what I'm talking about. They came here, about like 15, 17 of them came to watch the movie with him. He was chilling. And he, he's good. He's upstairs right now. He's relaxing right now. He did, like I said, he did lose his hair after. He still got his eyebrow. He still got a mustache. They told him he was going to lose all of it. He still got hair on his legs and everything, and some on his arms, but just his head was gone. And he's okay with it. He deal with it pretty good. He's fine. He do have his moments. He have it a lot, but we just got to deal with it. Sometimes he's not happy here, or he may talk back and like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But we understand 1000%. We understand. I'm so proud of him, man. The things that he done went through. In the beginning, we went through something. 2025 was not our year right now, man. But God is good. Man, we put everything in God's plate and let him deal with it. He tell us what to do and we just go. And I'm just happy, man. The church prayed. Family came here. My mom make a lot of food and all. It's like every 2 weeks we having a party here for something. So now, last week, they graduated. My son graduated, man. When I'm talking about, he was the last one because my wife had to take the tubes out. She had to take those off for him to walk on stage. We didn't want him to graduate because he would hold his bag with it, where the pouches are in. And we don't want him, walking on stage like that. So, man, that day was so crazy. So crazy. Both my daughter and my son, they both graduated together. Because they kind of, my daughter was in honor, so they kind of moved her up. She wanted to move up. She was ready to get out of school because she's going to the Navy. Her boyfriend's headed to the Navy, so she's wanting to go too. So, I'm talking the Air Force. They both going to the Air Force. He's leaving tomorrow, Monday. And she leaves I think in 3 weeks. They both graduated. He walked on stage and he had a standing ovation. I'm talking about everybody was up everybody got up in the auditorium, was clapping. It was so crazy. They say, hold on, God. Hold on, guys, hold on. This is the one, guys. Everybody, man, when they called his name, oh my God, we all stand up. We jumped, man. I'm talking about how many people I think we had that was, I mean, we had like 20 people there. Don't ask me where we got the tickets from. They all had tickets for some reason. They all came to support him. So they came to support. Some was calling at the school, see they can get tickets, but you can't. Only the kids can have the tickets. But it was getting tickets. I think some of the friends was giving out tickets. You know how some kids only had like one parent that's going, so they gave tickets and stuff like that. Man, it was so loud. Loud as heck. No matter what, man, it was loud. I'm gonna post all this, guys. And then now, when they done graduated, he after we done, we left and went to Outback Steakhouse, went to go eat. And it was a lot of, and the crazy thing, it was down there. It was down deep in Broward, because we live further, like about a 20-minute drive to get to it. Coming back up north, because the kids' schools is up here. Sorry. We didn't know there was that many kids. It was so busy. The whole street was busy. Everyone was coming back. When Outback Steakhouse, about 6 of his friends that graduated was in there, was there already. Was going to go to this other restaurant. We passing by other restaurant. We see kids that graduate. Oh my God. And then it was like, congratulations. I think they gave them free dessert, which is so good. But it was so amazing, guys. So amazing. God is good. I'm telling you, God is good. God work his magic, man. He's good, man. You got to have faith. You got to believe. Jesus did it for us, guys. And we just hoping he has 2 more cycles left. We're hoping everything turn out good. They can remove it. I'll be happy they can remove it. I just want him to have a normal life. This is holding him back a little bit, but he should be able to stand back up and praise him. He got a testimony he going to be saying, man. I'm going to record off. I'm going to be posting this, guys, so you guys can see. One thing I can say, man, being afraid is normal. Being sad is normal. Crying is normal. But happiness is normal too. Because there will be some happy times. I ain't even gonna lie. There will be some happy time. I know the camera's getting darker, guys. Sorry about that. It's gonna be some happy times. Trust me, it will be, guys. No lie. It will be. Man. God is good. I got a job. My son graduated. My daughter graduated. And just today, my daughter, we had a father and daughter dance. I know I kind of messed up a little bit. Because my daughter's in ballet. And then she did amazing today, too. The youngest one. She did amazing. So proud of her. So we all went through some things. School is out right now. They happy as heck. I got a job. My wife is fine. She's doing good. Wow, man. Wow. So that's the story, guys, from January, after I got laid off, to now, which is June 8th. Today's June 8th, Sunday. He has no chemo this week. Oh, the crazy thing, too, for him to graduate, it was a chemo week for him on the day he's supposed to graduate. They decided to cancel that week and just start the next week. And he was so happy about it, so he had to worry about to deal with it for that week. He had to deal with it. So they're like, don't worry about it. You get the 3 weeks off. You'll be fine. And he was fine. He just finished his this week that just passed, he just finished. That was a chemo week. He just finished. Now he's chilling for 2 weeks. The good thing, he was able to go. He can go out places and things. You just got to be careful around people that's sick, because he suppressed right now, meaning that he can't get sick. If he gets sick, it'll make it worse. This is automatic emergency. We got to go. The crazy thing, we had to call the ambulance like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, fire department had to come here because he had a cold and he was feeling weak. He couldn't breathe well. He couldn't breathe hard and everything. And then they came. But it's so crazy. Soon they came. He was feeling fine. He felt better. They did his vitals. He was fine. He was fine. He just got up and he just started feeling better. He could breathe and everything. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. And then, fire department was telling him, usually that happens sometime. And then Dave and them, they're like, man, hey, you need to come to the fire department so, you can ride the truck. Come chill with us for a day or two. A day, it was a day, not a two. But he said, come chill with us for a day. So now we got their numbers. We can always go. Shoot, we pay taxes, so we pay them. We might as well do it. So he's willing to do it. I think it's just this Thursday. I'm not sure if he's still doing it, but he said he's gonna go. He want to go. But guys, I want to say thank you, guys. Keep up with the prayers you guys can. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, man. Thank you so much. I gotta post more. We're gonna be posting more so you guys can see our journey and everything. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. You guys have a great one. Peace out.